Hello students, a very warm welcome to JEE English by Unacademy, India's leading and largest JEE test preparation platform. And students, today we are going to get started with a short quiz on units, dimensions and measurements, including least count analysis. So don't limit your challenges, but challenge your limits. We'll soon get started on this. And students, how do you get onto this quiz? And students who already know how to get onto the quiz, just type in this code, guys. That's all you have to do. It's 587920. Just type in this quiz code on your if you already know how to get onto quiz. Else I'll just explain you. I'll just give you a short explanation on how to get onto the quiz. So first of all, you need to download Unacademy learning app. If you don't have one, do download it from your Google Play Store and App Store. As soon as you search Unacademy, the first search result is going to be Unacademy learning app. You'll click on that install button and post that, guys. You will be choosing plus. Okay, it does not matter if you have subscription or not. It's a free feature. And then you'll click on this test. You notice on the bottom there are 4 options: home, syllabus, test, browse and updates. You choose test and then you'll click on join quiz. And post that, you will enter this code 587920 and we will get started with the quiz. Okay. Quickly, guys, that's all you have to do. It's 587920. And also share this with your friends so that they can also attend the quiz, guys. And as you know, you will be attending many JEE Mains and JEE Advanced level questions over here. So we'll get started in another 3 minutes. So you can quickly call your friends on board, and the code is going to be 587920, students. That is all you need to do. You need to first of all download your Unacademy learning app. If you don't have one, download it from Google Play Store and App Store. Then you click on this plus and then you choose this test option among the 5 tabs below, and then you will click on join quiz. That's all, guys. That's all you have to do. And then you'll enter this code 587920 and we'll get started with the quiz. Quickly, guys, quickly. If you're looking to join the quiz quickly, and we'll get started on this. Hi Aditya, why don't you join the quiz? Guys, the code is 587920. Just type in this code and the quiz will get started once you join the quiz. Hi Ajmal. Students, quickly join the quiz. Hi, okay, hi, how are you? Quickly join the quiz. If you're looking to join the quiz, quickly join the quiz, students, else we'll have to move on then. Already 7:35. We will. So this is quiz, guys. So what you have to do is this is a feature by Unacademy where you can attend quizzes. So what you have to do is you need to first of all download Unacademy learning app if you don't have one, and then then you'll just type in Unacademy on your Google Play Store and App Store, and then you'll click on this plus option after clicking on that extension, and post that you will have an option to choose tests, and post that you can join the quiz. Okay, you click on join the quiz and you'll enter the code. Something like this would pop up. If you enter the code 587920, you will be able to join the quiz. Sure, Aditya, we are going to discuss JEE Advanced paper, so don't worry. You can do share the channel, guys. Do share the video, do share the channel. So I guess it's time now. So let's move on. So yes, students, and that being said, today we are going to get started with we are going to analyze JEE Advanced paper. We are going to get started with some of the JEE Advanced problems, and we'll understand how to quickly get through these problems. Okay, there are some shortcuts. And as you know, JEE Advanced paper is going to be arithmetic intensive. It's also going to be conceptual intensive, but many of the questions are going to be arithmetic intensive. Don't feel discouraged. You need to crack 40% of the paper and make sure you are trying to attend 40% of any of the given subjects. That alone will get you into the top IITs, guys. That's all you need to do. Given if you are getting more and more difficult paper, then all you need to do is you need to attend lesser and lesser. You don't need to, you have to try and attend more and more. Even with lesser score, you can get into IITs. And that being said, I'm Murlidharan Gopalakrishnan, and I completed my MS in Electrical Engineering from University of Colorado Boulder, one of the top ranking American university in electrical engineering. I'm also an IITian who graduated from IIT Guwahati. And guys, I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE Mains and Advanced, and I filed patent applications in India and abroad. And students, if you haven't yet got onto our Telegram channel, do check out our Telegram channel. And all you need to do is, first of all, have a Telegram app. If you don't have one, download this from your Google Play Store and App Store. And post that you will click on to this link. This link is available in the description box below. Do share this video, do share this channel. And guys, once you get onto this Telegram channel, you will get access to all the updates. What do I mean by access to all the updates? You'll get timely updates and live notifications on what is happening every day on this YouTube channel, or any lectures that are conducted by JEE English educators on Unacademy Learning app. So do check out this channel. And guys, we have already completed electrical measuring instruments in one shot, one of the most asked topics in both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. It was conducted on 1st of September. So do check out this special class. It's a free of cost special class. Anyone can check it out. And all you need to do is you need to have an Unacademy Learning app. That's all you need to do. And guys, post that you'll be able to attend the session. We discussed many PYQs of both JEE Advanced and JEE Mains in this session. And guys, that being said, tomorrow at 2 p.m. we have the last part of units and dimensions, and we have until now completely analyzed dimension analysis. And students who have been attending dimension analysis also stick to the session, so that we'll have a look at an interesting problem. And tomorrow at 2 p.m. guys, sharp, we'll be doing that. And at 5:30 we will discuss a JEE Advanced paper strategy. We have discussed this on YouTube. If you haven't, you can check it out. We are going to discuss more and more strategy at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, and also we have quiz tomorrow at 7:30. And that being said, how do you get notifications on these sessions? All you need to do is download an Unacademy Learning app. All you will do is type in Unacademy on your Google Play Store and App Store, and the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app, which is the most downloaded learning application across India. So once you do that, you will find this as the first search result, and then you'll click on to that link and click on this install button. And not only that, if you are a plus student, it gives you a lot of leverage, and you can attend classes, special classes, or any classes from anywhere. I didn't get your question. I'm okay, sir. IIT my question NCERT से नहीं आता है ना बात. Yeah, you'll have a look at it. Okay, JEE Advanced is going to be, yes, of course, that's why it's JEE Advanced, guys. Okay. And that being said, if you're looking for an awesome special package for your JEE preparation, be it your JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, we have one for you. We call it the champions tool, and all you need to do is get a paid subscription, of course. But what does this paid subscription comes with? It comes with a very structured program. It prepares you for the exam like how you want to be prepared for it. So of course you get all the free of cost lectures on JEE English, and as you know, we completely complete the topic. I mean, we do not leave anything incomplete. But that being said, still you're missing the structured program. What is that structured program? You need to go through an intensive structured program where you'll be getting quizzes twice in a week, and national level test series. You can learn from the best educators across the nation, and not only that, guys, you can get your doubts cleared from those educators. So that's the advantage of the subscription platform, and not only that, it's equipped with the state of the art technology. And that being said, you will experience an environment like what you would experience in your exam, and post this national test series and quizzes, you will get leaderboards from which you can learn from your mistakes, and not only that, you can understand your national level standing, and you can improve on those stuffs that you need to do to improve your overall chances in IIT JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So this is that champions tool that I'm talking about. It's an Unacademy subscription. How do you avail that? All you need to do is you need to click on the extension bar. First of all, there would be an extension bar over here, and then you'll choose plus, and then you will choose IIT JEE as your goal. So with this, you will get prepared for both IIT JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Hi Dinesh, hi, very good evening students. And then you will get the subscription. And that being said, what is the price? It's quite reasonable, students. So your 24-month subscription is only going to cost you anywhere around 2,100 per month, which is pretty reasonable for the kind of educators that you get, for the kind of platform that you get, for the kind of facilities that you get over here. And not only that, it's only one subscription, unlimited access. You have dedicated programs for that. And generally you stick to one or two programs, and you'll enroll to those programs and attend those lectures sincerely, and not just the lectures but the program itself. So there is a difference between the lectures and the programs, and that's what is delivered on an Unacademy subscription platform. And you'll get to this price point after you apply Murli Live coupon. So do not forget to apply Murli Live coupon to get the best discount, and this price point would be 2,100 only. And that being said, we also have convenient payment options for you. So guys, do you want to run the quiz? Hi. So let's see. I don't know if the quiz is active yet. Let's see. The quiz is still active. It's 587920. Actually, we have 2 students now, and maybe we can shortly get started on this. Let's see. So it's 587. Just a moment, guys. You will get access to the code, and there we go. There's some issue. Alright guys, if you want to join the quiz, you can quickly type in this, post this, we'll just get started on this. And just before that, let me give you more information on that. You can just quickly get onto this quiz. You can rewind this video and check out the code. We already have 3 students on for the quiz. We'll get started on that. And before that, let me tell you one more interesting thing about our subscription platform. You can, we have introduced a feature known as pay in parts, using which your burden will be reduced. What do I mean? Like you can pay in multiple parts. You can split your payment into multiple parts. It's applicable for any subscription above 15,000. So that's the beauty of Unacademy. And not only that, we also have no cost EMI. Again, this would be a convenient payment option for you, and it takes away the burden of paying all the fee at once. This is also something that you can avail to pay your subscription in multiple parts. And that being said, if you're looking, we also have the other traditional payment methods like debit card, credit card, UPI. And what's your question? No. Osho, no. I know. No, it's not based on NCRT, guys. It's definitely not based on NCRT. Last year the paper was a little tougher. It's definitely not based on NCRT. I mean, NCRT is the base, but you need to prepare for it. JEE Advanced. Okay, good question though. And that being said, guys, you can also opt for 12-month subscription. This is applicable for the students who only have 1 year. As you know, it's a 2-year long journey. It's typically a 24-month subscription. And yes, we also have programs for 1 year subscription, and that would only cost you 2,888, which is less than 2,900 rupees, and that's pretty economical, guys. This is per month cost, and we have like programs dedicated for you for that specific preparation. So make sure you enroll in the correct kind of program. Make sure you attend a lot of test series. You should not hesitate to attend the test series. Hi Krishna, and guys, you have to apply Murlidharan coupon to get to this price point. So make sure you apply this coupon, and you pay lesser price than like a discounted price for this subscription. So this price point is after discount. So make sure you apply Murlidharan coupon. And that being said, we have 6,000 plus materials, guys. We have the best educators across the nation. We have popular authors like DC Pandey sir on this platform, and not only that, we have an awesome structured program with a technologically equipped platform. So this is what you need, and we currently have like 1,000 plus active programs going on. So make sure you enroll right now, because the programs are beginning now. You must quickly get started, students. And that being said, let's get started on the quiz first. We already have 3 students. Anyone more? If you want to join, yes, good. Let's start the quiz then, guys. It's going to be only 60 seconds per question. So you will have 60 seconds, and post that, I'll discuss the solutions as well. Okay, this has been already done, I guess. E, M, J and G represents energy, mass, angular momentum and gravitational constant respectively. Then the dimensional formula of EJ square. J is angular momentum. Okay, so the hint would be basically try to analyze things in you can put J is equal to mvr, and instead of E, you can do it as force into displacement, ma into d. That way you would be able to quickly be able to do it. Okay, and think about it, whether you should be getting a mass. So m square, m, probably there should be no mass, so it cannot be work, and force. Okay, this is just a way of analyzing it. I'm not here to give you the answer. Yes, one more second. So it should have been I think angle. So amazing, guys, amazing, really good, really good, Osho. That's really good. But yes, if you are from NCERT syllabus, make sure you are completing NCERT syllabus completely. And this is quite easy. A physical quantity rho is calculated by 1 by 10 xy square z to the power z to the power 1 by 3. So over here, if you're not able to notice it on your app, and then I can see it clearly on the app though. Just it's not so clearly visible on my screen. But yes. Then what is the fractional error in calculation of rho, guys? It's very simple. It's very simple. How would you do this? dy dx by x plus of 2 into dy by y plus of 1 by 3 into dz by z, and all in percentages. It should be 2% plus 2% plus 1%. It should be 5%. Good. Go for HC Verma. That's a good one. Yes, it should be 5%. Then Iridau. Then would come Iridau, guys. Once you have completed HC Verma, then the next thing is going to be Iridau. Yeah, maybe Resnick Halliday in between. Okay, the quantities not having the same dimensions are. What is so think about it. If you can express one quantity in the form of other quantity, that would give you the hint. Okay, I think it's very easy, guys. It's very easy. I'll try to answer this in the last 10 seconds, but you must be able to think about it, and I hope you remember this form. It's mu naught epsilon naught to the power minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by under root mu naught epsilon naught, isn't it? And what is Young's modulus? Stress by strain. Does stress have any strain have any dimensions? Alright students, the answer should have been B, torque. It's basically work done with torque is tau into theta. That's going to be torque dimensions, and work dimensions are going to be the same. Stress and Young's modulus dimensions are going to be the same. The answer should have been B. Okay. Good. Really good, students. Really good. Really quick. I mean, that's actually not a great amount of time, but you notice, JEE Advanced problems take a lot more time. Okay, this is an interesting one, guys, and your hint would be 1 degree is 60 minutes. Okay. Do remember this is a previous year JEE mains problem. 1 degree is 60 minutes. Yeah, you often also get questions at JEE Advanced level, students. Okay. Don't worry about it. We'll discuss today questions. So JEE Advanced is not something that you will be typically practicing every day, given that it's a two-step process. You have to clear JEE mains, JEE Advanced. If you're able to score well in JEE mains, there you have secured the rank. So don't worry about it. So in this experiment, the angles are required to be measured using an instrument. 29 divisions of the main scale coincide with the 30 divisions of the vernier scale. Okay, what is the least count? 1 by, so main scale division minus 1 by MSD by VSD. So 1 by VSD by MSD, that's 1 by 30. And if the smallest division of the main scale is half a degree, then the least count of the instrument should have been, it should be 2 minutes, or I haven't exactly read the question, but it's a simple one, guys. Really good, Adarsh, really good, Osho, really good, everyone, really good. Keep going, that tells you that, you're preparing really well. Amazing, guys, amazing. A screw gauge with a pitch. What is the pitch? Pitch is that distance that is moved on one complete revolution or rotation of that one complete 360 degrees rotation of the circular scale. Okay, and a circular scale with 50 divisions is used to measure the thickness of an sheet of aluminium. Before starting the measurement, it is found that the two jaws are brought in contact and the 45th division is coinciding with the main scale. So what does it mean? Like, if the 45th division is coinciding, think about it carefully. If the 45th division is coinciding and there are only 50 divisions, so the moment you're going to move, you're going to rotate it. So you're always going to read 5 lesser divisions. Okay, the least count should have been 0.5 divided by 50. Alright, it should have been 0.001 mm, and you would had a zero error of 0.05 mm. That is pretty good. That is pretty good, guys. If you feel easy, that is one of the best things. Really good. Yeah, you're killing it. That's really good. Again, I believe it's the same thing. No, the dimensions in one or more of the following pairs are the same. And I think there are many over here. So you can probably, okay. So think about it carefully. It's pretty simple. All of you know the answer, guys. Okay. Answer should be what? It's simply, obviously, angular momentum and work does not have that is force into displacement, whereas this momentum into something like displacement, not displacement but distance. And what about energy and Young's modulus? Energy is, you can assume it to be force into displacement, and Young's modulus is having the same dimensions of pressure, that's going to be force by area. What is light year? Light year is distance, whereas frequency is 1 by time. It should be A. Alright, that's amazing, guys. That's amazing. Awesome. Really good. That's pretty amazing. Keep it up, and let's keep moving. And this is a good one. The dimensions of magnetic field is, I believe you have a hint from our discussion, and this is quite simple. I need not tell you what is the hint. And how would you do this? Force is equal to Q into V cross B. Is that what you need to solve this problem? Guys, actually dimensional analysis is the easiest one. Do not ignore it. And literally last year there was the easiest question in the paper could have been the dimensional analysis. Okay, so do not ignore this chapter. I mean, in JEE Advanced could have been dimensional analysis. Don't ignore those chapters that can easily fetch you that marks. Okay, where you don't have to spend much time, and once you understood it, you'll be easily able to crack it. So it should be B, because there would not be any length dimension in your magnetic field intensity. Alright. Amazing students. Awesome. Keep going. That is the spirit. And what is the next question? Now I am too thinking about the next question. So P is given by something. Okay, this is an easy one. So what have they asked you is, which of among this following quantities would bring in the maximum error? Guys, think about it carefully. In fact, okay, whether it should be A, B, C or D, it's actually okay. It's actually like little confusing. So don't misclick it. Think about it. Take time. Be patient. So it's A to the power 3, B to the power 1 by 2 divided by C to the power minus 4 and D to the power 3 by 2. What it should be? It's simple, guys. Simple. Which is that quantity among this would bring maximum error? Which has the most raised to the power on it would bring the maximum error? And that is going to be C. Okay, good. Amazing. So let's move on, and I think that would be the second last question. And I believe this is quite easy, guys, and you will be able to do it with time very quickly. Again, same thing. So this is the same question. Alright, I know you'll be able to do this question because it's the repetition. And why is that even that C will bring the, yeah, it's the same one, yeah. So this is going to be C again. Alright, that's good, guys, you know it. Not tell you what to do over here. That is, we have one more question anyway. And see, the kind of questions that you get in JEE mains from dimensional analysis are going to be super easy. You don't want to ignore them. And even in JEE Advanced, and this time you can expect maybe a little easier JEE Advanced paper. Let's see. We will do some JEE Advanced level paper today. Don't worry about it. So that's good, guys. You already know the answer, but that is good, really good. Good. So no negatives today. That is pretty awesome. And you guys are killing it, and literally killing it. I mean it. And that is pretty awesome. Yeah, some of them are JEE Advanced. Okay, some of them are JEE Advanced, and this is again an easy one. How do you do this? Apply log and take it. And if you remember, we have done log even for many other questions. So in experiment, 4 quantities A, B, C, D are measured with percentage error 1%, 2%, 3% and 4% respectively. Respectively means A has a percentage error of 1%, B has a percentage error of 2%, C has a percentage error of 3% and D has a percentage error of 4%. And what is being asked, what is the percentage error in P? What is P? P is equal to A square, B square divided, A cube, if I misled you, B square divided by CD. Okay, so A cube, 3 into 1%, 3% plus 2 into 2%, 4%, 4% plus of 7%, 3% plus 4%. Okay, that's going to be 14%, I guess. Should be D. Maybe advanced will be easy. Okay. Good students, good. Really good, really amazing score, guys. Really amazing score. You killed it. And tomorrow we'll have a grand quiz on this. And that's really good, students. And that's pretty impressive. Let's move on to the. I believe there's no need for the discussion. Yeah. I think advanced this time should be a little easier. So that is it. So failure is the stepping stone to success. As you know, you learn from your failures. That is the way to succeed, guys. The most successful people learn from the mistakes. They don't repeat their mistakes. That is the key. And let's get into JEE Advanced problems. That is why we are over here, guys. Yeah, there is no need. So yes, get started. You know what? A, B, A, C, 8850. Really like James Bond. You have a name. Osho. So get started on this problem. It's quite easy, guys. And one more thing. Whenever you see a JEE Advanced problem, generally think about it that your single, this is single correct answer. There are going to be 3 formats. One is going to be single correct, multiple correct, and integer based. And also some para matching. Para matching is no different than a single correct. At least in para matching, you can do method of elimination, etc. And dimensional matching is something that may not work generally in JEE Advanced. So don't go around wasting your time on that. Every single minute matters. Every single partial marking matters. That is pretty good. Okay. Hi Pratik. Hi. So how do you go about this question? Read the question carefully. I'll read the question for you once and then we'll get started. Yes, that's good. But let everyone do it, guys. So consider a spherical gaseous cloud of mass density rho r in a free space where r is the radial distance from its center. Okay, so the density is varying with r and it's a gaseous cloud of mass density. So think about it as if it's like most of the planets. Okay, most of the planets are nothing but gaseous clouds. And the gaseous cloud is made up of particles of equal mass m moving in a circular orbit. And this circular orbit about the common center with the same kinetic energy k. So there is, they are all rotating around themselves, and you know what? The kinetic energy is going to be k for every single one of them. Yes, that's correct. Yes. That is pretty brilliant. That is really good. You can wait for the next question. That is awesome. And if the force acting on the particles is the mutual gravitational force, they are asking you to find out something known as number. So see, something like this, it's probably like super numerical question, arithmetic question. There is no complication, single correct one. Only one can be correct. Dimensional matching. Do not waste time on it. Okay. And that being said, guys, you need to find out the number density, which is nothing but rho by m. Notice this thing. Okay, first of all, let's understand the thing. So what has been told in this question? It's an easy one, guys. It's really easy one. Okay, once you start understanding it, it's going to be super easy. It will look better circular. Anyway, now let's take a different color. Understand this. So what is being told to you is there are like gas molecules all around, and this gas molecules at each position have different density. Okay, this term alone tells you it is like a spherical gaseous cloud of mass of rho r. That means with density r from its center, this entire thing is gas molecule. Okay, let's assume this is the center. From every center there is going to be a different density. Understanding the concept is not the most important thing in your exam. In the exam you should move quickly. We'll talk about it. This is just for your conceptual understanding. So for this r dash, it will have a different density. And so this is made up of all equal mass particles. So think about it, each there is like a single gas particles that is making this gaseous cloud. Okay, and they are all moving in circular orbits. So these all gas particles are moving in circular orbit. So circular orbits is what they are taking. And one more thing, they all have kinetic energy k. Be it this particle or be it this particle, all have the same kinetic energy. And what is the thing that is holding to these all particles together? Gravitational force. Okay, gravitational force is holding them together. I believe this year should be easier, guys. This year maybe JEE Advanced should be easier. Let's see how it goes, because you had lesser time, so probably it will be little easier, etc. But you never know. It's JEE Advanced. So that is the key hint. So first of all, let's understand one thing. There are two kind of forces acting on it. One is if I'm just going to talk about the particle over here. What are the forces? One is going to be some gravitational force. If you take this as the net mass, like this entire thing as a mass, like something like big M, etc. So on this there would be two kinds of forces. One is going to be gravitational force, which is holding them together. Now what is that force that is pulling it out? It is going to be a centrifugal force. Okay. Centrifugal force on this particle is going to pull it out. I'm just analyzing one particle because think about it, they are just asking you particle number density. It's an easy question, don't worry about it. I know this all does not make any relevance when we are talking about JEE Advanced. Next year, I don't know. If this year it would be easy, next year it should be probably difficult. Okay. So that being said, you know what, this is going to be rho r. First of all, we need to understand something. There are two forces, which is going to be gravitational force, which is holding all these particles together. Okay, which is going to be G m by r square. Okay, and there is another thing that is sort of an r square. What should be this r? This r should be smaller because it is a distance r from it. If you take from its center of mass, it should be small r square. This I am going to write down as gravitational force. It's an easy concept, don't worry. The most important thing is how you manipulate the arithmetic is the key, at least was the key in the first paper. Okay, and now what is that force? This is the force holding them together. What is that force that is sort of making it move out of each other? That force is going to be your centrifugal force. And what is that? mv square by r. Okay, mv square by r. And now and one other thing that is every particle has the same kinetic energy. Every particle on this orbit, this orbit or any other orbit has the same kinetic energy. Okay, this is an information given to you, so don't overthink about it. What is kinetic energy? Half mv square. That means I can write this mv square as k by 2. So now one more thing that we know is all this centrifugal force should be equal to gravitational force. And that is going to be gmm by r square is equal to k divided by 2r. Right? Okay, that's good. So that being said, now what you need to do, you need to find it out in terms of density. But this is for the whole mass. What about like every single particle would have some mass associated with it. So that is going to be like let's call this, first of all, let's write down this, find out what is this total mass that we just found out. So I think we will just write it down over here. It's going to be, so if you have noticed one interesting thing, everything is only a matter of few like everything is only varying by like little one just, this is going to be pi r square m square g, this is going to be 3k, this is going to be by 2 by 6. Okay, that is all you need to know. And rr would get cancelled out, so this is going to be kr. RR would get cancelled out, so this is going to be KR divided by M. That's it. That is it. A moment. KR divided by 2M. Okay, let's not miss out the 2M. The entire thing would go wrong. That is, you have to be very, very careful. Even if you started with one problem, until unless you're confident that you would be not able to do it completely, you will give it up. Okay, that is when you will give it up. Else you will just keep continuing. And can we say this? If mass is equal to here, some strategies you should adapt, guys. That is the key. And that means can we say this? For a small mass dm around that particular gaseous molecule, it's going to be k into some dr by 2m. Okay. And now, what is dm actually? That whole sphere until that radius r. Okay, this dm is for each dr, right? That is going to be how much? 4 pi r square dr Is that what it is? That shells, this thing is surface area is going to be 4 pi r square into dr is going to be the mass. Okay. Now equate them both. Dr would get cancelled out, and into rho. Okay, density is also there. Then you wouldn't have mass. This is just volume. I'm really sorry. There should be also something known as density multiplied with density. Basically, density into volume. Okay, and that dr would take care of the dimensions. Don't worry about it. Okay, 4 pi r square dr. Okay, think about it. Each sphere. Okay, now what you're going to do? You're not going to integrate. You're not going to do anything like that. I know this is funny. And what you need to do is basically equate them both. I'm going to erase this part, and I believe this part is really clear to you. Go out and erase this part. We'll solve this total paper, but may not be today. We'll pick up some different model problems from different subjects, but we'll solve the entire thing. Okay. And now the thing is this. I mean, we had something like this. If you remember, dm is equal to k into dr by 2m. Okay, I'm just going to equate it, and so this, from this I'm going to write down rho into 4 pi r square into dr is equal to k into dr by 2m. You don't need to integrate it, guys, wherever. And in fact, this, according to me, is a little bit complicated problem because it's off our concept. But you'll find many problems, just inside the concepts, within the concepts, that you should pick up quickly and move on. Okay, maybe if you don't have a if you think you don't have time to read this, you don't have to spend your time on this. Really that simple. So from here you will get rho as something like k by 4 k by 8 pi r square m. Okay, and rho by m is what we have to find out. Okay, okay. Sorry, guys. Small mistake. This should have been 2k. Right? I'm really sorry. So if this is all 2k, right? This is all 2k. This is all 2k, 2k, and 2k. So this should be 2k by r. This also should be 2k by r. If mv square half mv square is k, then mv square should be 2k. So this is not k by 2, rather it would be 2k by 2. Okay, I'm sorry about this one. Okay, then this would have been, so this would be like 2. Okay, and so that is these things you need to keep track of. Okay, it's better to write down, but this is little off the concept, but that is fine. Get a question like this, and this is going to be k by 2 pi r square into m, and what we need to find out, rho by m. You would have the same thing as you would have over here, k by 2 pi r square by m square. Okay, that is it. It should be, and there would also be a g. We missed a g somewhere. There should also be a g, and that be a g. Okay, there should not be a g over here, but we didn't carry the g here. To that point as well, there should be a g. We equated it, but we forgot g. Oh yes, there should be a g everywhere. There should be a g everywhere. You need to write down the g. G, and G. Little complicated. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So next question is going to be also a little bit like this. So one of the things you'll notice that a single correct answer question has lesser weightage and are a little bit more complicated than the multiple correct answers, or even integer is even better, guys. Even better would be integer. Hardly you would have. I mean, this paper was a little tough compared to rest of the years. And one more thing is in this paper, what you could have done is option of elimination will not work. So there is a little complication associated with 2019 paper, but you will have noticed that integer based questions are a little bit more easier than this single correct answer one. Okay, so let's get started with this. And guys, so first of all, let's read this question and try to understand what is being asked. Okay. A thin spherical insulating shell of radius r carries a uniformly distributed charge such that potential at the surface is V0. Okay, a hole of very small area with a very small area, generally double like this means it is smaller than 1. 4 pi r square is the surface area of that shell. So some small 4 pi r square, some small small area of that has been taken out. Okay, now what is told to you is alpha into 4 pi r square. You don't know where it has been taken out. Probably that would be at the corner. Okay, and it's made up of shell without affecting the rest of the shell. If this hole is made, then which of the following statements are true? And let's read the options. It is very important that we read the options as well. This year probably it would be a little less tougher. Then next year it is going to be a bit more like if this year it is totally easy, then next year you will get a tougher or a moderate paper. If this year it's moderate, maybe next year also you'll get a moderate. If this year if it's tougher, I don't know. Probably this year it could be easier. In terms of physics, it could be easier. Okay. So that being said, the potential at the center of shell is reduced. So few things have been asked. So one of the things you have to do is with JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, you have to read the options as well. So what has happened? There was like a spherical shell, and you dented it. You made a small hole, and that small hole's radius is very small. And so you could just think of it as a point charge. Okay, and now what happened? So this point charge will have you'll assume as if this is a negative point charge. If this is positive one, then a negative point charge has been kept on the sphere. Okay, now what are the things asked in the options? Let's analyze it. The potential at the center of the shell is reduced by 2 alpha into V0. Okay. Hi Chiranta. Hi. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Krunal. Good evening, Norman. And the magnitude of the electrical field okay. All right. The magnitude of electrical field at the center of the shell is reduced by alpha into V naught divided by 2r. Okay, so let's analyze this point test. Analyze each and everything, and what all is being asked to you. One is they are talking about potential. Okay, so in a shell, what happens? You assume as if the potential is due to this entire charge. Okay, if you have removed a small charge, you just subtract it and assume there is a uniform distribution, and again work out as if the potential at the center is reduced by so much. So we'll analyze each and everything, and the magnitude of electric field is what is being talked about, and at which point? At the center. Okay, and then good, really good. Who's this Dinesh? That's pretty awesome. Yes. The ratio of the potential at the center of the shell to that of the point at 1 by 2 r from the center towards the O. Okay, will be given something 1 minus alpha by 1 divided by 1 minus 2 alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is the sort of that the surface area that you have taken out. Alpha into 4 pi r square is the surface area that you have taken. And the magnitude of electric field at a point located on a line passing through the center on a distance 2r from the center of the spherical shell will be reduced by something alpha into v naught by 2r. The thing is, you know what, if you have started with potential in this question, you have to analyze both A and C, even if it is multiple correct answers. So first of all, let's say I just begin with potential, because my first option over here in my case was potential. Then if I begin with potential, I will analyze A and C. If I begin with electric field, I would have to analyze B and D, even if it's multiple correct. Okay, that is the key. Okay, let's get started then. First of all, what it would look like. This would look like something like this. You have a spherical shell, and in this spherical shell, a dent has been made. If this is R, all would be R. This would be R. This would be R. Any direction it would be. Okay? Just for your understanding, from, let's assume this is the center. Think about it. R is reducing because it's alpha into 4 pi r square. Then the dent would be somewhere around this. Very small dent, very small point charge. Is that what it is? So you can assume the system to be two parts. One is that normal shell that we had earlier, and the other one is this small thing that you have taken out. But the small thing is impacting potential to some extent. Okay. Yeah, we can discuss about it later. Let's focus on this. Okay. So I've removed the small thing. Small charge has been removed, and due to the charge, this entire thing would be impacted. Okay. Think of it as another charge that has been placed, but a negative charge. Alright, so one thing you know is spherical shell. Initially, what was the potential before? Forget this part. Then I'm just asking you, we are just discussing about the initial potential, kq by r. If I'm assuming q is the entire charge, so v naught would be kq by r, or let's call it kq naught by r. Initially, the charge was this much. Even before denting, this was the potential. This is before denting, right? Now, let's come to the point when what you have done is you have dented it. You have made the spear really bad. I mean, this was a good spear. You did something like this. So you're going to assume there are going to be, one is like, you know, that spear itself. The other is a point charge on it somewhere over here, which is going to play all this game, guys. This entire thing is going to play the game. Now let's analyze what is going to happen to the potential at the center. Okay. To solve one question, if you ask me, it should be less than 3 minutes. Okay. It should be less than 3 minutes. I agree, every question, it's not going to 3 minutes. If you had started with that question, it wouldn't have been 3 minutes. If this question, it wouldn't have been 3 minutes. But I can show you a few questions that are going to literally take less than 3 minutes. So given that we are already aware of the concept. And this paper, it was a little bit, harder, guys. Okay. So that being said, I think this space is visible. I'm just writing down things over here. So this is one part. It depends on the difficulty level of the paper, difficulty level of the questions. That's why you will go for easier questions first. So let's say in this case, the nuclear, physics question was really easy. The point charge, alpha into 4. And now what has happened? You took out this one, and you have this entire, V naught as it is. That is going to be something V dash. Let's call this as V dash. Okay. Let's do it very systematically, and we'll understand this point. So after taking it out, it was something like V dash, Now let's analyze this part. As we spoke, there are going to be two parts in it. One is going to be V naught, and the other one is Okay, this V naught is present. Think about it as if the V naught is still present with a point charge, which is alpha into 4 pi r square. Then you would subtract that V alpha from it, right? Even you do the same thing even for electric field. Okay. Under 250 rank, H.C. Verma, D.C. Pandey, Iradov, and also Resnick Halliday. Sometimes may not be necessary. So let's first of all find out what is V alpha. Okay, this is something that we need to do, and this V alpha at the center is what we are talking about. This is entirely at the center. Okay, we are analyzing at the center. Think about it. This is at the center. Okay, now what is V alpha at the center? So KQ by R, radius is R. What is Q over here? Q alpha. What is Q alpha? It could have been, if the total was Q. Okay, I think we will have to do everything. So if the total is was on 4 pi r square was Q, then on alpha into 4 pi r square, how much would it be? Okay, it would be something like alpha by, just a moment, alpha into Q. Okay, really that's simple, I believe. The Q is our assumption, right? Alpha into Q, you would get it. Think about it, Q into some sigma, then 4 pi r square into alpha into some sigma, then this would be alpha into some Q naught. Okay, let's call this as Q naught. That's what we began with, and we'll call this as Q naught. Okay, so this would be alpha into Q naught by R into K. How much is that? And what is V naught's value? V naught's value, as we just initially discussed, it should be K Q naught by R. So this should be alpha into V naught. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is at the center, students. This is at the center. So if Q naught was on 4 pi r square, then alpha into 4 pi r square would have something as alpha into Q naught. Right? Now the thing is, how do you do this? You will simply say at the center. I'm erasing this part. I think this should be clear now. At the center. This is at the center. Okay, the charge is always, the charge is going to be, okay, I'll write down the charge over here. So Q naught on the entire 4 pi r square, then alpha into Q naught on alpha into 4 pi r square. Right? So V at the center is K, okay, V naught, which is nothing but KQ by R, right? So this is going to be V naught minus alpha V naught. So the potential as reduced by alpha V naught. So A is wrong. Okay. Since we already did all this thing for potential, we are going to go for C. And C is talking about at point R by 2, and so there are two things that are being asked. One is at the center, which we just derived. We just have from the center. This is going to be V naught into 1 minus alpha. Okay, so now the thing is, you need to derive for something known as, so look, you have to go by the options, there is no other way, right? So you have to find it out for at 1 by 2 r from the center. Okay, only that small part that you remove, the dent that you have created, is going to impact. Okay, now the dent you have created is going to impact it. Now let's understand what is happening now. Okay, I hope this is clear, and this should be clear now. So this is at the center. This is going to be, and this is just an extended form of it. This is at the center. Now, what is told is, now you have a charge. As usual, everything is fine, but now you're assessing at r by 2. Right? You're assessing at r by 2. Okay, let's again have a look at the option then. So the ratio of the potential at the center, which we just derived, of the shell to that of the point at r by 2 from the center. So basically at r by 2. Okay. This is r. You're assessing at something like r by 2. Now the thing is, it's pretty easy, guys, but it is testing your patience. But most of you know what to do. So now I'm going to do for r by 2. R by 2 at r by 2. Okay. Now the thing is, you need to find out the potential, total potential. And how is your shell's initial would have behaved? As if the charge is present at the center, right? The charge is as if the charge is present at the center. If you haven't done the electrostatics chapter, it's fine, but yes, it would behave as if the charge is present at the center. And that point charge would create something known as alpha into Q naught. Since you remember this alpha into Q naught, come to this point. And what was V naught? V naught was K Q naught by R, where initially the total charge is Q naught. Total charge, total before denting. Before that hole, this is the charge. Okay, now let's come to this point. And this is at R by 2 we are analyzing. So this would be something like V alpha at R by 2. Okay. And how much is that going to be? V naught minus K into alpha Q K into alpha Q divided by R by 2. Okay, Q naught, in fact, I'm sorry. That should be V naught minus 2 alpha into K Q naught by R. Okay, this is at R by 2. What is K Q naught by R? It is just V naught. So at R by 2, it is going to be V naught minus K Q naught by R is nothing but V naught, guys. Okay. Okay, so this will be 1 minus 2 alpha. This is at R by 2. And what was at the center? If you remember, V naught into 1 minus alpha. One more thing, one more really important thing you have to verify when it comes to JEE Advanced is, I'll tell you what. This is V center by V r by 2 would be 1 minus alpha divided by 1 minus 2 alpha. Let's see whether this, C is correct. But what would happen is sometimes they would invert the options. Okay. One thing you have to notice it. This is false. We just did it. It should not be reducing by 2 alpha naught, but rather alpha naught itself. But now think about it. If this had been inverted still in the in that exam, like anxiety or hurry, you may mark it. But be careful. Be really careful that you are not doing this. Okay. In this case, it is fine. It is 1 minus alpha divided by 1 minus 2 alpha. And the ratio is of potential at the center of the shell to that of at the point r by 2 from the center. So C is correct. And now we need to also analyze electric field. Okay, this is a session where I'm explaining you the paper. So we should be logically even be analyzing electrical field. Electrical field, it would be kq by r square. You can do the same thing and you will get it. So at the center, how much it would be? So as you remember, due to that alpha, due to the denting, it's going to be q into alpha always. Okay. It's going to be kq by r square. That's what they are saying. Okay, 2r. Why did 2r come? 2r is wrong, right? Let's do it. Now, I'm directly writing down the equation. So, at the center, the electric field. Okay. Students, any confusion? So what have we done? We did this entire thing, and what is happening in this question? Some alpha into 4 pi r square has been removed. So what are we assuming that? As if there are like two things existent. One is the whole sphere, but other is like an opposite charge that has been placed on the dent, such that that place is disappearing. The charge over there is disappearing. And initially we know V naught is nothing but kq naught by r. So once I've dented it, if I put a hole in it, what is happening? That potential you would have to subtract due to that V alpha that you have removed. A small hole you have made, right? You have removed it. So that is going to be V naught minus V alpha. What is generally, how do you calculate potential? kq by r. And this is just going to be V naught. I'm just calculating it for V alpha. If on the entire 4 pi r square, initially it was q naught. Then on in that small area, what it would be? Alpha into 4 pi r square, it would be alpha into q naught. Okay, it would be alpha into q naught. All right, simple. Now at the center, what it would be? K alpha q by r. What is alpha q? Alpha into q naught into k by r. Basically, I have written the k on the other side. We can just erase this and write it. Okay, k alpha q naught by r, and k q naught by r, what it is, because I wrote it over here, then that would be easy to understand that it was k q naught by r. Then it would be alpha into v naught, right? You'll subtract alpha into v naught from v naught. V naught minus alpha into v naught. This is clear, I believe. Okay. This is clear. This is going to be v naught minus alpha into v naught. Just take out v naught as common. It will be v naught into 1 minus alpha. So it should have reduced by alpha into v naught, not alpha into 2 v naught. So we started with option 1, but it has given us 2 alpha into v naught. So this is wrong. So what I said is, now the other thing is, we have already assessed the potential at the center. Now the next thing you have to do is assess the potential at a distance r by 2. Okay, so I'm doing A and C first because I've started with A, which is potential, and B and D talks about electric field, whereas A and C talks about potential. And here, what is the ratio that you have to take? You have to take the ratio at r by 2, at center with r by 2. Okay, now at r by 2, what is happening? This charge would act as if it's at r by 2 only. That thing is not going to change. Okay. And now how much potential it is creating at that r by 2? It is dependent upon distance. Charge is going to be alpha into q naught. But whereas this entire sphere is going to act, I mean, if at all there wasn't, you know, let's say if at all there wasn't any what do I say, if at all there wasn't any you know, like this dent, then the sphere would behave as if there is a point charge at the center. So it's going to be V naught only due to the sphere. But due to this hole that you have put in, or the dent that you have created, it's going to act as if at r by 2 it's going to create a potential, not as if it's at this center. It's not at this center, of course. Okay, so it's going to be k into alpha q naught, which is the charge that has been removed. It's basically minus alpha into q naught. Okay, we are subtracting it, so I'm not talking about it explicitly as minus alpha into q naught. So it's going to be k into minus alpha into q naught divided by r by 2. Okay, that would give you at r by 2 you would have potential as v naught into 1 minus 2 alpha, because if you take out 2 alpha over here, r by 2 would give 2 alpha over here. Okay, if this goes to the numerator, it's going to be 2 alpha, and that is going to be k q naught by r. And if it's k q naught by r, what is k q naught by r? K q naught by r is nothing but v naught. V naught into 1 minus 2 alpha is at r by 2 distance. And at center we calculated it is v naught into 1 minus alpha. If we take the ratio of them, it should be at the center to that of at point r by 2, it should be 1 minus alpha divided by 1 minus 2 alpha. So C is correct. It's only a single correct option. You could have straight away marked it as this correct one. If you know, you are little unlucky, then you would have got electric field as the first option, and the third option would have been as electric. Generally, I don't think so. Generally, the options are either jumbled up and down. This A and C, you could have identified the answer. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now we are talking about electric field. Now coming to the electric field part, how would it behave? It would be the same thing. Okay, at the center, how much it is reducing? Just like how we did in potential. Okay, so what is the charge? Again, the same sphere you'll have. It's actually an interesting problem, right? I have the sphere, and this dent, I'm assuming it has some point charge, some radius r. Okay, it will be at r, right? If alpha is very small. Think about it. This, you have moved it from here. I hope this point is clear, guys. We just discussed it. We'll get to the electric field point. Okay, now we have to recognize the electric field part of it. At the center is what is being said. And as usual, two things will exist. One is due to the sphere, one is due to this point charge. And due to the sphere, what it would be? So electric field net would be due to the sphere, that is going to be E naught. I'm calling it as E naught, which is nothing but in this case directly V naught by R. Okay, and minus E alpha. And what is alpha? What is charge on alpha? Q alpha was alpha into 4 pi r square, right? If Q naught is the entire thing, so there should be a Q naught. Not miss that. Okay, all right. So this would be, this would be just V naught by R. It's K Q naught by R square, which is nothing but V naught by R. Okay. And what about this? This is going to be K Q alpha divided by R square. We did the same thing over here. We have just put it as R. Okay, now KQ alpha is, what is that? V naught by R minus of K, I'm taking out alpha into k q naught by, I'm sorry guys. So this would be just alpha into q naught, right? I'm really sorry. Q alpha would be just alpha into q naught. Okay, so I just think I just wrote it that way, was explained it that way. So yeah. So if you remember, this should be just alpha into q naught. Okay, alpha 4 pi r square would have q naught, then alpha into 4 pi r square would have alpha into q. So this should be k alpha into k into q naught by r square, total thing, not just r. All right. And k q naught by r is how much? V naught. So alpha into V naught by R is how much your net field has reduced. So this is how much your field has been impacted. Okay. So that means this is wrong. Okay. That says by 2R. You can similarly also do it for the fourth option. But let's understand this point. This is also false. Now we need to also analyze this. And now at 2R distance, so on a line passing through the hole at on a distance 2R. On a 2R distance, one is going to be from distance 2R, which is the total sphere, whereas the point charge is, if it had been in the center, okay, it is on the line passing through the hole and shell center. Now let's do this. This is also an interesting one. Now, so this one is clear, I believe. So it has reduced by alpha V naught by R, not alpha V naught by 2R. Okay. I'm going to erase this part, and we are going to analyze the next part of it. That is going to be, that's even more interesting, at a distance to R. Okay, at a distance to R. Same thing. Nothing is going to change. It's going to be the same thing. But do remember, now I'll just read all. Okay, what has happened? It's passing through the hole, and that distance 2R. Okay. Now where is the hole? The hole should be over here if it's passing through the hole. Can be also be over here. Anyway, so this is R. Now here, this sphere is something as if the charge is contained in the center. If this is a negative charge, the blue one is the negative charge and the red is the positive one. Let's write it down. What is the field due to this? Let's even make use of the same color. Okay. So this will give us a better understanding. Charge due to the alpha is going to be alpha into Q naught. The entire thing is Q naught. Entire thing is Q naught. Then in the alpha, it's going to be alpha 4 pi r square. It's going to be how much? Alpha into Q naught. All right. Now that is all we need. So now let's first of all write it down for that this thing that has been like due to this old sphere. Okay, due to the old sphere, it's going to be Q naught divided by k into Q naught divided by 2R square, and due to that alpha, it's going to be k into at 2R not going to be K into Q alpha for now. How much distance is this? This is already at R. This should be at this distance we are analyzing. Okay, KQ by R square. Right, and how would you write this? This is going to be, I'm going to, we are going to simplify this. And okay, before we simplify this, let's again write down this thing, because we need to again simplify this as well. It's going to be KQ naught by 4R square and minus of K into alpha Q naught by R square. You have to represent everything in V naught terms. So K into Q naught by R, V naught by 4R. Okay. Minus alpha into V naught by R it's going to be something like this, alpha into, this is probably not even relevant to our calculation, V naught by R and 1 by 4 minus alpha. Let's analyze it. Okay, now this is about electric field, but you not do this thing in the exam. This is just for your understanding. So now what has happened, what have they asked us? So the magnitude of electric field at a point located on a line passing through the hole and shell center, through the hole and the shell center on a distance to R from the center of the spherical shell will be reduced by not alpha by V naught by 2R, but rather alpha by V naught by R. Okay. So this is also wrong. Alright, that's about all these options that we analyzed. But now we have some easy question. Okay, this is a super easy question, guys. And thermodynamics, nuclear physics is where you generally get the easy question. Electrostatics might be generally the one where you electrostatics combined mechanics will be the one where you will get generally the tougher ones. Generally, the newer the topic, the smaller the topic, the easier will be the question. All right, let's get into this and understand. Okay, the current carrying wire eats a metal rod. Forget everything. The wire provides a constant power P to the rod. The wire provides a constant power P to the rod. The metal rod is enclosed in an insulated container. It is observed that the temperature in the rod changes with time. T is equal to T naught into 1 plus beta into T to the power 1 by 4, where beta is a constant with appropriate dimension. So forget beta there, it's just something given to you. And T naught is a constant with the dimension of temperature. The heat capacity of the metal is. Don't think hard. First have a look at the options. I mean, if you want to think hard, you can think hard, but not in the exam probably. It should be in terms of P. Okay. Your heat capacity should be in terms of P. Then your heat capacity should be in terms of T. T naught, beta. You can't run dimensional analysis. Okay. Beta. Yeah, that's it. So let's get into this question. It's actually an easy question. It's basically a mathematical question. Okay, let's do this. What is heat capacity? I'm calling this as the heat capacity. I don't know if you're using some other symbol, and this is going to be the heat capacity. Heat capacity is basically the heat that you have to deliver to raise it by some temperature. Now the thing is, let's do a thing to find out this heat capacity. First of all I have is power. Okay, first thing I have noticed is I have a constant power that the wire is providing. That means constant heat is being supplied to the metal rod enclosed in the insulated conductor. So it's going to be dq by dt. I'm going to do this. I'm doing this because I have power, which is constant. Okay, which could be written as C into delta T by T. By dt. Okay, and so this I'm writing it down as dt by this I'm writing it down as dt by dt. Okay, and I think we can conclude the answer without even getting into much depth, because whether it should be t0 square, t0 cube, t0 to the power 5, t0 to the power 4, or whether this thing alone will let us conclude the solution quickly. Okay, a shortcut. So that means your power, your heat capacity is let's first solve the RHS. This is going to be an easier one, guys. Don't worry about it at all. Isn't it? Is it option 4? Really good, really good. I haven't solved it yet. Let's check it out. So power is equal to C into dt by dt. So T0, that's a constant. T0 is a constant. So there would be a T0 beta and 1 by 4. Okay, when you differentiate the time, and t to the power minus 3 by 4. What is the hint? The hint is you have to substitute this time in terms of t and t0. Okay, because if you're going to calculate C from this equation, you'll get it as something like this: constant power P. I'm just rewriting that equation. Okay, rearranging everything. That's going to be 4p by t0. Sorry, 4p. So answer should be, what? We can directly guess it. I'll just tell you how to do that. Or should we do the entire thing? Let's see. Okay, we'll also do the entire thing, but maybe from this step itself we could have guessed the answer. Yeah, I'll tell you why. B naught into beta naught. What beta naught? That's not beta naught. I think it's only beta. Okay, I'm sorry. So let's rearrange it. I'll tell you how to guess the answer. Here itself. It's beta into t naught, and that's going to be 4p, and this is going to be t to the power 3 by 4. This was minus 3 by 4. Now it became plus 3 by 4. Okay. Now another thing is you would have to substitute this t. Okay. So t to the power 1 by 4 is how much? From this equation you can think about it. T minus t naught by beta. Okay, sorry about this. That should be t into t naught divided by beta. And how much is this? This is 4p by beta t naught. Why I told you we could have guessed things, I'll tell you why. Are we doing it correct? And divided by t naught into beta. So yes, that is also something that we need to take care of. We're doing this. So it should be t naught to the power 5, right, in the denominator. There should be an extra t naught power. If you notice, there should be an extra t naught power. I'll tell you why. So that is just including it earlier, and that should be this is basically t1 by 4 to the power 3. This thing, how to do it. Now further I don't have to tell you anything. It's going to be they should have equal power. I thought one of them will have greater power. Okay, they should have equal power. Okay, anyway, do this kind of problems completely because they are like the easy ones that you get often. So it should be beta to the power 4, T naught to the power 4 and Tt minus T naught whole to the power cube. Okay, we could have even made use of that cube thing. To guess it earlier, we could have even guessed it earlier just using that cube thing. Okay, I didn't think about it. Okay, so the answer should be 4. Yeah, simply from the cube we could have guessed it. Okay, from the cube it should have been cube on the numerator. All right, awesome guys, really smart that you really did it. And again a simple one. Okay, and now the thing is you have so let's first of all read the question. I hope this is visible clearly. It's a little so what is happening in this question? There is potassium nuclei and this is an unstable form of potassium, and this decays into two stable forms. One is calcium, and which has a decay constant of 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 10 per year. It's like an this is the sort of the time constant, and the decay constant it's decaying into two things. Okay, first of all let's understand that it's decaying into two things. One is calcium, which is the stable form of calcium because this is an unstable form of potassium, and into a stable form of argon, a noble gas, very stable. Totally possible? Yes, possible. And you have decay constant as 4.5 for the calcium one. Let's call this as lambda 1 and this as lambda 2. Any guesses, students, before we get started? I think this is an easy one. And yes, do complete chapters like this and like the earlier one, which can easily give you the marks without putting in much efforts. And the decay constant for the argon is given as 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 10 per year. Okay. And given in the sample, little mathematical. Now it gets little mathematical. Okay. All the stable, calcium and argon nuclei are produced by the potassium nuclei only. In time t into 10 to the power 9, if the ratio of the sum of the stable calcium and argon to that, I mean the ratio of total, the sum of stable calcium and argon to that of the radioactive potassium is 99. The time t will be, so you have to find out the time t. Okay, 99 is the ratio of this total thing that has evolved or that has that you have got from that radioactive reaction. So this is something total that you have got, and they are telling that after some years, t into 10 to the power 9 years, what happened was you observe that the ratio of this to this is 99. Okay, the ratio of this to this is 99. All right. Then what is the value of t? Okay, really good. And guys, always given this, that means there is some use of this. This will be given you in exams. Log 10 is given to you. There is some use of this in the exam. Okay, let's move on and get started. This is an easy one. Okay, let's do it. So yes, this would be something like what is happening. 40 and 90, this is getting into two things. This is going to be lambda 1, this is going to be lambda 2, and what does lambda 1 give you? Some calcium. And what does lambda 2 give you? Some argon, noble gas. Okay. Now the thing is, what is the total decay constant of the reaction? It can be written as lambda 1 plus lambda 2. Just think about it, it's just decaying into one single molecule. That's going to be 4.5 plus 0.5. Lambda 1 is 4.5, lambda 2 is 0.5. So it should be 5 into 10 to the 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 10 per year. Everything is in per year, so don't worry about it, because you notice this is t into 10 to the power 9 years. Okay, and now let's come to the next part of it. At some point t, okay, this is something that we just derived. We'll make use of this in the future. Don't worry about it. This is how our equations will do. Okay, now you know what? At some time t, okay, in this case it is small t, so I'm taking big T for now. At some time t, what is happening? This total, the sum of the stable ions to that of the radioactive nuclei is 99. Okay, if initially it was N0 is the initial total, or the total initial, whatever you like to call it, and this is N0 divided by NT. Okay, let me tell you. N0 is the initial total of what? Potassium. Now at some time t, the potassium is becoming how much? NT. Let's assume it as NT. So what would be the total number of calcium and argon present? That would be N0 minus NT. Okay, this is calcium plus of argon. Now at that time t, at some time t, at t. Okay, given to you is ratio of N0 minus NT divided by NT. Okay, think about it. N0 minus NT divided by NT is equal to 99. Then this thing, what to do now? We will take this thing out separately. It's going to be minus 1. So N0 by NT is how much? 100. This is 99. N0 divided by NT minus of 1 is equal to 99. So N0 by NT is 100. Okay. Now the thing is, let's take another page. Now the thing is, you have something like this, that the reaction was going on, and for that reaction, dN by dt is equal to the decay constant into the initial amount of potassium, the total decay constant. Okay, so that should be giving you okay. So this should be N, just N, not N, but at any time N, decay constant will be impacting it this way. So this should be dN by N, negative sign because it's decay, minus lambda t into dt. Integrated on both sides, you would get actually some natural logarithm and this is going to be from some time 0 to some big T, basically not big T, this is total T, whereas at that time T, okay, this is at the time T, so okay fine, that is, the T is nothing but I think, and we did until that logarithm part, and we'll continue from there. So we wrote down dn by dt is equal to minus lambda t into n. Okay, you can integrate this and you'll get something like this. You'll take it from n naught to some nt, and this is going to be lambda minus t into t, since dt will go on the other side, and that will be like, okay, dt from 0 to t. Okay, that is going to be nt. If you integrate it, this is going to be log of nt minus t, and that negative taken, it is going to be n naught divided by nt. Okay, and how much is this? Minus alpha t into, I believe that was t into 10 to the power 9, and your total decay constant was 5 into 10 to the power 10, if I remember correctly. The moment, also having a look at it, 5 into 10 to the power minus 10, sorry, it should be minus 10, okay, per year. And the time is given to you as t into, the capital T is given to you as t into 10 to the power 9 years. Okay, now, and we derived also this thing, if you remember, n naught by nt is going to give you 100, and log, we have to convert this into 10 log, because that exists. And this is going to be like, log of 10 into log base 10 into n naught divided by nt into minus 5 in, okay, minus will not be there, this would be a plus because I already took it. So 5 into 10 to the power minus 10 into t into 10 to the power 9. Okay, so they have asked you the value of t, and this gives you something like 1 by 2. Okay, 10 to the power 9, 10 to the power minus 10, that is divided by 10, and 5 by 10, that's t by 2. And this is 2.3 log of 10 given to you in the question. This thing is given to you in the question, and this is how much? Log 10 100, that is going to give you 2 into 1. Okay, 2 into, so t by 2 is something like this. And now, oh, until here it is all clear, and the thing is, okay, until here it is all clear. I'll just erase this part. This is actually a simple one, only calculation based. And this I'm just carrying it out. Okay, since we know everything else in this equation, just going to carry out this part of the equation. That is going to be 2.3 into 2 into 1 10 to the power 2, okay, is equal to t by 2. How much is t? T is 4 into 2.3. That is going to be 9.2. Alright, that's it. Okay. And one more thing, if you are not aware of this, this is 10 to the power 2. That would be 2 into log 10, and that would give you 2. Alright? I believe this is simple. So the answer should be B. Let's move on to the next question. So this is the dimensional analysis question, and this is an easy one. We'll quickly get off with this, and then probably we'll discuss the rest of the paper in the next session. And I think, I mean, these questions are going to be easy actually. Okay. Once we come into multiple answer things, that they are going to be super easy. For an example, in this case, let's just quickly analyze what is being asked. So what is being asked? The units in which mass and angular momentum are dimensionless. A new unit system, if length as dimension L, then which of the following are true? Linear momentum's dimension is given to you, energy's dimension is given to you, force dimension is given to you, power's dimension is given to you. Before that, you need to do one standard thing, that is, first of all, understand what is given to you. Angular momentum and mass are dimensionless. That means whenever you see mass, that gives you no dimension. Okay, not like this, but rather like this. That gives you no dimension. It's basically something to the power 0. And similarly told to you that angular momentum also is dimensionless in this unit system. What is angular momentum? MVR. MVR is nothing but, if I'm going to write the dimensional formula, it's going to be m to the power 1 L square t to the power minus 1. Okay. If I'm going to say this is dimensionless, as you already know, mass does not have any dimension. Could be written like this. It's basically 1 into L square into t to the power minus 1 is basically 1. That means this is something that you have to first conclude in these kind of problems. Time has the dimensions of L square in this unit system. You conclude this, rest is easy. Right? Let's understand each and everything, and let's mark whether A is correct or B is correct or C is correct or D is correct. One cakewalk would be there after each, big huge problems. Linear momentum, P is equal to mv. So I hope this part is really clear, guys. That is something that you need to understand. And dimensional formula would be, okay, mass is mass is dimensionless. I'm not even going to write the mass. So then this would be something just in length and time is what we have to do if you have understood it. So in terms of mass is dimensionless, I'm not writing down mass. So this should be L into t to the power minus 1. And if you remember, what was the dimensions of time? L square. So that it should be L cube. Just a moment, velocity into distance, right? Everything is correct. T should have the dimensions of this. Okay. So this should be L into L to the power minus 2, since this is also minus 1. So your angular momentum, your linear momentum would have a dimensions of minus 1. Okay, so A is correct. Let's do for energy. Similarly, the clue is really simple. Time has the dimensions of L square in every single case. And mass, you are not going to do anything. This is force into displacement, energy, same as work done. Some force into displacement. Force is nothing but mass into acceleration into displacement. Mass has no dimension. So this can be written as L square t to the power minus 2. Okay. T to the power minus 2, t is L square. So this is going to give you mass into acceleration, right? That is what that, yeah. This is going to give you, if I'm going to substitute t is equal to L square, in this case you are going to have L to the power minus 4. That is going to give you L to the power minus 2. B is also correct. So far A is also correct. What about force? Okay, let's do for force as well over here. Force is simply this is our favorite one. Mass, no dimension, so I'm not writing it down. And length into t square, t to the power minus 2. Basically, acceleration's dimension is what it should be. As you know, time is equal to L square. This should be L to the power minus 3. Okay, L into L to the power L square, and that would be L to the power minus 4. Okay, so this would be L to the power minus 3. Little confusing here and there. So C is also correct. Let's analyze D. D is energy by time. D is energy by time. You already have for or you could have simply divided this by L, and you could have said this is L to the power minus 3. Each one would have had some relation. I haven't noticed it very carefully. Even in that case, it could have been just L divided by L, isn't it? MVR, okay, L divided by time. Okay, that wouldn't have been possible, but in this case you could have directly divided with L. You have got the answer. And what about power? Power is energy by time. So basically I could, in this specific unit system, we can write it down as something like this. L square, L to the power minus 2, I believe we did this correctly. This will also go wrong. Yeah. Into time to the power minus 1. What is time? Time is L square. So D is false. Okay, P would have a dimension of L to the power minus 4. So P is false. Okay, easy, quite easy, guys. This is how you do this problem. A is correct, B is correct, and C is correct. That's it. Simple one. Every multiple choice answer will have some hint in it, and you'll move according to the hint. We'll start discussing it from day after tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be a special quiz session. We'll possibly take up some JEE Advanced problems as well, and also JEE Mains problem. Everything will have an hint. Don't worry about it. And that being said, tomorrow at 2 p.m. we'll be discussing rest of the parts of units and dimensions. As you saw, this could have been the easiest problem. Do not neglect this topic. It's a very important topic both for JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Simple questions, easy to score, very less time consuming. That is what units, dimensions and measurements are. So do not forget to attend tomorrow's session. And that being said, guys, do also attend the JEE Advanced paper strategy session, which is going to happen 5:30 sharp on Unacademy Learning app. So these both will be happening on Unacademy Learning app, guys. Again at 7:30 we'll be conducting a quiz. So do not miss out this chapter, student. This is going to be really interesting. So this session is also going to be interesting. We'll be discussing some techniques like how do you really go about answering it, and what is the key data right now, like which kind of questions are being asked more, and what is that subject that you need to know more for your JEE Advanced preparation. And if you only prepared some part of it, what is the part you need to revise? So make sure you attend the strategy session, because success is 80% strategy and only 20% skills. And that being said, do share this video, do like the video. This is going to be an interesting paper solving session. So do not forget to share the session. Click that like button on this session, and also guys, keep smiling. It's going to be easy. This time exam is going to be easy. It does not matter. Work hard to achieve your success, and also work smart. That is also very important. So do not forget to attend the strategy session and acquire knowledge, and keep sharing it, students. Keep sharing it. And that being said, you can check out our Telegram channel. And guys, this is available in the description box below. First of all, you need to download this Telegram app from your Google Play Store or App Store, and then click onto this link available in the description box below. Or else you can just type in JEE_English. This way you will get all the timely and live updates on what is happening on JEE English, or that is being conducted by JEE English educators on Unacademy Learning app as well. And that being said, we have already covered electrical measuring instruments in one shot. Do check it out. It was conducted on 1st of September. It's again a free of cost special class that was conducted on Unacademy Learning app. So we have conducted many live polls, etc. You can still attend those polls. You can still assess your standing, and be honest. That's very important. And guys, we have covered many also like PYQs in this session, both JEE Advanced, JEE Mains, and they are simple. And to get live notifications on such sessions, you need to download Unacademy Learning app. All you will do is type in Unacademy on your Google Play Store and App Store, and the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app, one of the most downloaded learning app across India. And that being said, we have so much free content. So install this app. All you need to do is search Unacademy on your Google Play Store and App Store, and the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app, and you will click on this install button. And that being said, yes, there are many free of cost initiatives by Unacademy, and JEE English is one among them, where you get all your JEE preparation lecturers exclusively and completely in English, that too from the best educators. And that being said, guys, we have something more for you, that is a Champions tool. Yes, I'm talking about a Champions tool, guys. This is the tool that you need for your JEE preparation to hack and axe your JEE preparation. So what is this all about? So this is about a special platform, a complete package for JEE preparation. This comes with everything that you need for your JEE preparation. You'll undergo a structured, intensive program for your JEE preparation. This includes live test series, and we have the best educators across the nation on that. You will be attending weekly live national level quizzes, national level test series, and you will get access to the leaderboards. And you can also get your doubts cleared from the best educators across the nation. Not only that, students, moreover, it's one subscription, unlimited access. That's the best thing about this Champions tool. And guys, this is the program that you need for your JEE preparation. And it's really simple to avail this. And all you need to do is click on this extension bar, and post that you will choose IIT JEE as your goal. After choosing plus, you'll choose IIT JEE as your goal. There you'll get prepared for both your IIT JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So you'll get the subscription and enroll in the correct kind of program. And hi Triveni. Triveni, tomorrow we'll be doing that. So you can attend the strategy session that is going to happen at 5:30 p.m. Okay. So we'll be discussing the exam pattern as well. So exactly what happened, what is happening, what is the current trend as well, we are going to discuss. Okay. And you also notice multiple choice, multiple correct answer questions are easier than, like single correct answer. That was like super time taking, time consuming. If I had the electric field as the first option, probably I already lost 10 minutes instead of 2 minutes. So do check it out. And that being said, students, we have this complete package for your JEE preparation. Not to say it's also reasonable if you're going to avail 24-month subscription, which is the package for students in 9th, 10th and 11th class. And it's a 2-year-long journey. So do avail 24-month subscription. And this is going to only cost you 2,100 per month. That is pretty economical. And how do you get this? You'd apply Murli live coupon to get to this price point. That's going to be the best discount that you are going to avail on your awesome IIT JEE subscription. Yeah, you can attend that session, Triveni, and you'll come to know all about. We'll also discuss some techniques in that session. And that being said, we also have different. The ranks will jumble, guys. For your IIT JEE Mains and IIT JEE Advanced, rank will jumble. Okay. You'll notice it, given that paper comes difficult. Okay, paper comes easy, it may not jumble much, but still it will jumble. Okay, because there are key differences. The strategies a lot needed in JEE Advanced and JEE Mains, and also the kind of preparation, the kind of books, the kind of program, and you can get everything on Unacademy. And that being said, guys, we also have an awesome payment option that is going to be pay in parts. This is Unacademy's in-house feature. This takes away the burden of paying all the fee at once, so that you can split your payments into multiple parts. On any purchase above 15,000 and above, it's applicable. And guys, you can also go for no cost EMI, and this is also another convenient payment mode which will take away the hassle of paying all the fee at once. And that being said, you can also check out our 12-month subscription, and this would be applicable for dropout and long-term students. And this is also pretty reasonable. It's less than 2,900. It's only 2,888 per month. And guys, how do you get to this price point? You will have to apply Murli live coupon. Not to say we have 6,000 plus materials, right now 7,000 plus materials, and guys, 1,000 plus active courses going on. So enroll soon. And as you know, Unacademy is impacting near about 7 million lives a day, and you are one among them. Get impacted more. Get ready with our Champions tool. Take care. See you in the tomorrow session at 2 p.m. and take care. Stay safe. Bye bye. Tomorrow it will be a quiz. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.